on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Throwing again is Newton. Complete outright to Kurz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So just 1 yard to go here on third down.
Let's see LaShawn McCoy on.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Oh, what a move. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On first down, it's Newton. The grab made by Kurz over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
Oh, Malcolm Jenkins. And Stephon.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Fuck that all damn team. I literally prepared him.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. It's caught left side, Bolden. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And out of bounds, just shy of the end zone at the 1. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Hey, watch number 33. Watch number 33.
Watch number 43, huh?
Again, Newton.
Watch out for number 1.
Buying time to his left.
What?
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cam Newton with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts the defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle it.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now Carr going to give it to Murray on a draw play. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know from an offensive perspective, you want every play to be a big play. But sometimes the defense actually wins, and they did there on that draw play. Good job by the runner just to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now here's the 3rd-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt it.
Oh, we know it's going to be one of these guys.
This is taken at the 23. Look at the dance and the juke. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Bingo, bingo, bingo!
Still 1st down.
They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now he'll throw deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to come back to spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays.
Right.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They can't say on 2nd down, it's McCoy.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Donald Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
I'll tell you nothing.
And here's Vinatieri now to
Still
kick
got
it
time,
away
man.
after the touchdown.
Catch up.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
They're guard con.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but this time he goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down. Now a play fake. Carr looking deep for Crabtree. And got his man complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
On 1st down, Murray. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Dante Hightower is a guy who can play the run with the best of anyone in the league, but he'll fool you a little bit in pass coverage. Not so bad there as well.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Carr. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
3 yards there, good enough to drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
False start, offense.
Number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, here's Carr. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Taylor. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And to go down when they stop fumbling.
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Newton. Looking deep downfield. Ball's incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Newton now to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
There's Matt Forte with his first carry. Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. He'll get the football here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Oh, man.
This is a bait.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Basically cursed by a witch.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
And
now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tavon Austin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT.
The actually pretty good. It's pumping.
And it is now 21-0.
Ain't a beastly man, woman.
Okay, I think we called
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
I mean, Beastly Man women.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
YouTube and people think about Beastly Man women.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we played one quarter here on a Monday night. 21-0 our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
Married to a Beastly Man woman.
I'm pretty sure he's not a woman, but okay.
I'll get up and stick my beastly dick in your mouth.
I said was.
This presentation
Why are you
of the
trying to
NFL
stick
on
your
EA
dick in his
Sports
mouth?
is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles
I told you,
Davis,
no
Brandon
dude.
Garden, it's the
No
Falcons
dude.
in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things
Okay, now
out.
that is not beastly in any way, shape, or form. He might have been a man.
Murray the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out.
And now the ball's hit, fumble. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the
This is going to
play.
be a blowout.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Well, that was a big...
Hey, Chris. Last text.
Wait.
Come here, Elliot, and I'll stick my dick in your mouth.
No, I done told you. No, dude.
Oops right there. How about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. That's taken on the 25.
Oh, shit.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. First down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Newton to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 34 yards. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Newton on first down.
Yeah, I didn't see you waiting there neither.
On the
Neither
left
the
side,
dark
he's got
or
Newton.
Gerard Butler in this
12
game.
yards there as they move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
1 man on the backfield. That's McCoy.
Yeah.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine. That'll bring up second down.
When you see passes knocked down, as I call it, the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball throw, and react to it very quickly.
That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's a franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Complete here to the right to Bolden. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 20. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held. And he loses the football a second time. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be.
There we go. Let me just do it like that, shall we? My screen turned off, so I don't know if you said anything or not.
Created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing
away the
up
gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss.
We know it's not an easy job to catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
Hey, if I want for it, I'll just go for it.
And after the late field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you? And he lost the foot entry with it over the middle. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Roughing the passer defense.
What the fuck? What the shit?
So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, no to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back that's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's looking right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
It's like girl on girl
Left side to Crabtree. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
I'll go big.
No.
Single receiver.
No damn
Throwing an
yeah.
option over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. Wide and 8.
Just watching some video.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He finds Douglas complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Hey.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Watch tight. Tight end right.
It's free out.
All right, baby. Alert. Switch.
Carr turns, hands to Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. The penalty is declined.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two. The ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And they have the whole church ceremony.
A few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line.
What? You must have to
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
not fumble the ball.
Murray the lone setback. And looked like Samara. Let's get the call.
Ball start offense.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
Hey, Cardi quit trying to fucking hard count his own damn team.
Still first down.
They're calling for hard counting his own damn team.
I got 83. All right, here we go.
And damn big. Ice the fucking bottle already.
Shotgun now for Carr. Crabtree
Getting
has
paid
it.
just fucking standing here. Shit.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up second down. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the up and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Ball start offense.
Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, 4 down.
Hey, quit hard counting your own damn team.
And here is motion again. And that's going to be 2 in a row.
Hard counting his own team.
Ball start offense.
Down. You're shaving point.
Still second down.
The whole team is shaving points.
2 times.
But the bullshit.
4 down.
Murray the lone setback. He's going to get the football. Murray fighting. Lost gets the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Inside the 30. Whoosh. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bad.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
I think let me use your face.
10th carry now for McCoy. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of these early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
Educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Donald Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
And decide to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They run with Murray, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So that tackle for loss by Michael Bennett. He was 2nd in the NFC in that category last year with 19 of them.
Hard to believe that he went to his first Pro Bowl last year. I thought he would have gone earlier because his impact is always big on a game.
And in his 8th year now in the league. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of.
Once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you, and
he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you're talking about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
False start, offense.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
On play action. Now Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
You filthy slut.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit and illegal contact on a quarterback. The defenders really have to get in line.
Your face has to get in line.
False start, offense.
Now Carr. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Still 2nd down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hey, 4 down. We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And this has been a reek for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. You ready? Wide and yank.
Well, man.
From the gun, it's Carr. Caught left side, gone. Down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it, and have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come up in an offset eye. On 1st down, it's Newton. Made by curse over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make steps in. Sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we...
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he'll look back at the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I'm going to go right up Main
Clock
Street.
sitting 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Newton now on second down. Austin's got it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from... Our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner.
Oh, they'll be two-sided.
On 1st and
So when
10,
they pull
Newton.
the ball.
Wright's got it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you whip out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So they're operating in the red zone.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're
No,
doubling
he's
down
not
on
my
getting him
best
involved early.
guy.
Don't be surprised they'll
Get
come right
that
back to him
motherfucking
again. They haven't
straight.
shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Get him motherfucking straight. My best guy.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Hey. 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Forced out, touchdown, and the New Orleans Saints put 6 up on the board.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent
What was
cushion.
that shit?
He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
Listen, what the fuck was that shit?
Vinatieri now for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football, football
damn.
101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And like that green.
Red 18. Red 18.
Hell, I want some green.
On second
I know
down,
what
here's
this is
Carr.
green.
Pass incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Carr. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as
too.
long as we play football. If someone's trying to
Let's be
throw the
honest.
ball
Let's
and
be
you can put
honest.
pressure
He did
on them
not
and make
know
it tough,
team.
that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
That fucking throwing that shit deep. That been a bitch and ran that ball.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Saints have been careless with the football, but it hasn't mattered. The Falcons must protect the football in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Saints take it at the 1. Newton's going to look for a gap, and he'll go in for the score. They'll take the early advantage. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Brown's going to hit off the left side, and he'll go in from 2 yards out. That puts them on top by 14. Falcons take it at the 24. The ball will pop loose here. Now after the fumble, Newton's going to complete the pass, and he goes in for the score. Saints up now by 21. Midway through the second quarter, Brown's got great speed, and we see it here. And he'd go in for the 44-yard touchdown. Saints with the ball, final seconds of the half, continue to dominate. Newton's going to duck out to the left, and he'd cap off the 8-play drive with a TD as the blowout continues. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
Oh, and Dad's dad, which I never met because he died before him and Mom got married. Apparently heaps of like, Dad has fond memories of him and talks about him being an awesome dad and everything, but like, he used tell him the right person about him, but not very nice. And when his mom was pregnant there, because that's the dad he had. When I got home early from school, or we got home from school and he was asleep the next day and locked the door so he could get in. He banged on the door, you know, in the middle of the house. And he came out like screaming his mom came home and she told him to she's like, no. He was also the one that tore the house apart in the first place. He lost it. Didn't clean it back up. And then lighter. Great. Never seen my mom make her mom so bad. She didn't have that bad after days. She was like timid. And then, which is Nate's biological father. And then like, they tore a house apart and expected my mom to clean it up. And I literally took every piece of his junk and threw it in the truck out and said, no, you're going to clean it up before I get home from work or you're out. I was like, holy shit. I hid in my room that night. I didn't come out for a while. I was just going to clean it up for him. He'd be dead though. He was really good. He just had a temper and walked away and basically told me to tell him no. I remember there was one time I was with him. I used to be so mean to people. So mean. But I was super protective of him. And yeah, Nate never had the best relationship because, well, Nate's just like that. He's got ADHD and his dad had to learn how to control it immediately and make him wasn't taught that. He was on meds for a long time first. And blaster just because he wasn't allowed to do that to the kids. He knew that he could control their nervous system and he should be able to. There was one time I started screaming at him, and he was like, I'm trying to tell you, Nathan, but you're the center of the universe. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Neither are you. And I walked out of house like summer school. Got pulled out of class an hour later. In summer school, we pulled into the office to my mom dragging me down the hallway by my ear, telling me, don't you ever tell him that he's not the center of the universe ever again. And I'm like, well, he's not. There's also a couple times that's when I started and I was like, I'm glad you're standing up for your little brother, but can't get in the other room. He didn't understand. I didn't start caring about school until heck. Fourth grade, I had a teacher that scared Mr. Summer. Favorite teacher ever. If I could get a hold of him now, I would. But I don't know him. I get a hold of him every like 5 years. Yeah. Anytime I go to Boise, I try to visit him, but he's not a teacher anymore. He's about done. But the last time I saw him was before I married my ex, and I couldn't look the man in the eye. Like we went, like surprised him in his classroom after school. He got super excited that I was there, and like all this other stuff, and I just couldn't look him in the eye. He's like, you're an adult now. You can look at me, and I'm like, nope. But he got me interested in school first because he told my mom that I was having a hard time reading. I was an advanced reader. I mean, I was reading college textbooks in kindergarten, but I hated it. I was like, what's the point? It's stupid. I'm bored. And then my mom he found me Bobbsey Twins books, and the Bobbsey Twins are like older than Nancy Drew, but they're pretty, kid books. He gave it to me one year. He's like, I want you. He's like, you don't have to read the books because we had that like advanced reading thing where like you took little tests on the computer after you read the book, and I canceled all of it because I didn't. So he was like, I want you to write a book report when you're done with this book. I'm like, okay, that I can do. And I fell in love. And then middle school ruined it again. class every morning, even though I have no idea where the homeworks.
A fairly one-sided first half as we get set to go in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
Hey, Margaret.
A short kick, taking it about the 16. And he's up across the 20, down at the 28-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
One thing about DeMarco Murray, he loves to pile up carries. You know, a lot of backs are concerned about how many they have. Not him. He wants the ball all the time. But so far in this game, that's not working too well, and his team's losing.
He's had a decent chunk of carries. He just hasn't had much success when he's gotten those carries. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to
It's
run the
running
football in that
play.
situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put them in a good spot on 3rd down. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. We zebra. Check 4.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Surveying the field. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And heading back out, the Falcons defense here. They have to recover a little bit. Last time they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally, because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what they call, it's working. They've got to get something figured out. You need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Going right side, he has Winton. It's at a 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
No, he already with one interception, just missing his second there. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Oh, the Falcons fly in and they block it. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Stephon Taylor, his third touchdown now on the year.
So maybe they don't
and the
stop
Falcons
fucking
claw
running the
one
damn
back.
ball now.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited for this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Oh, look at him turn.
And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Wow.
The guys up front, you know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Newton. It's caught, left side, Bolden. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. To throw on second down is Newton. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the third reception. Good for 7. It's third down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you get the big penalty.
Now it's Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it'll bring up third down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as as the lead grows
21-7.
even larger. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you do know, they are down on the scoreboard. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback.
And now look at this. But a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
And good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down. Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to the air, Newton on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And a fumble last time. We talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
3 down.
Here's Newton now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cam Newton, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as he does the...
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he loses the football a second time. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Andre Fluellen breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Now a give to Taylor. And oh my, he loses it again. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Coon in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Carr now to throw. Finding time. He's going to loft one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Harry Douglas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that route go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now Bolden on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And incomplete. Probably should have had that one, but with the game he's having tonight, maybe they'll let it go.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
What's it?
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. The give to Taylor. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons.
Come up this middle. And I come up the middle.
Carr now on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the the 17-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Donald Brown, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Now a play fake. Carr. It finds Crabtree for the completion. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
To throw, it's Carr. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons claw one back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Gonna save the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 6 yards to go here on second down. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be over, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just had another big, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game, and however it turns out, it turns out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Hey, I'm Donald Bryan.
From the 50, Newton. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tavon Austin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. Saints are pouring it on.
And now at that stage of the game, partner, we're one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time. He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about lights. The party was over.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The 2015 Pro Bowler, Michael Bennett, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defense. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Complete. Smith has it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Shotgun now for Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is...
Look
at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
2nd down following the run.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tavon Austin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And my friend, I think to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
False start, offense.
The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. From the gun, it's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It'll be a gain, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Offense.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense.
They're running it. Cut it left. Cut it left. All right, here we go.
Again, it's Carr. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And that is incomplete.
Illegal block in the back, offense.
Don't judge me.
The judging. It's happening.
Okay, fine. Grab my ball of yarn for me. It fell. Thank you.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got
36.
defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Single receiver.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, but this time it's a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Forte. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Again they run. Again it's Forte. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Newton now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jason Witten, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Single. We ready? Wide and yay. Wide.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's got time. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
All right, guys, the game is unsalageable for the
defensive win.
Super Sim.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Run, pass, drive.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the San Diego Chargers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.